That's one on each desk in the upper left-hand corner. All right? Then we do the coffee. You know we need the coffee. Coffee is probably more important than the committee work. Okay?
So no matter what else they do, to keep Maryland's legislators well informed, the student pages in Annapolis learn right away that keeping them wide awake with plenty of coffee is right up there at the top of the list. For the 42nd year, over 100 high school students from across Maryland have arrived in the state capitol to don signature gray blazers and serve as pages in the House and Senate for the 90-day legislative session. And among that group, each of whom serves 2 non-consecutive weeks in the session, are 10 students from Prince George's County Public Schools, including a young lady from Bowie High School and twin brothers from Oxon Hill.
Right now we're assembling bill books. We have to take all the paperwork and get it ready for the House when they come into session, and we also they have to stay on the floor for a while, so when they need stuff they page us and then we go do their errands for them and help them out, make their job easier.
I've been super active. I've been to the Financial Committee meeting. I've been on the Senate side. I've been to the Judiciary review on the Senate side. Then yesterday I was there for the House vote on the same-sex marriage bill, which was a coalition between Judiciary and Health and Government committees. Coffee, of course. I learned how to make coffee. I'd never drank coffee before until I got here. And I actually learned how to make a pot my first day here, so I kind of felt special with that. We do test votes for all of the 47 senators that you see here to make sure that they're working in working order, and basically the bulk of our job comes during the session when the senators are actually meeting, because we may get one of these, which means, I need you to go get me some ice, I need you to go get me coffee, can you run outside and tell the person a message for me?
On a day when an historic vote on the issue of same-sex marriage might have come to the floor, Page Coordinator Jane Huddeberg reminded her charges of the history they could witness, but also the responsibilities they had.
When you go back, as soon as it arrives, it hasn't arrived yet, but we're going to deliver the Judiciary Committee report and put them in the bill books, and that contains the controversial bill that we've been talking about. So you'll have a hand in history, perhaps. So we call it hurry up and wait. Hurry up and get here, and then just wait, and then when the moment comes, you have to be ready and spring into action. So that's one thing I impress on them. The other thing I impress is that this is a nonpartisan program, so they're helping both parties equally. They get to know their delegates, they get to know their senators, they learn the committee process, because a lot of the work is done at the committee level. They're even allowed to testify at committees, at the bill hearings, as long as they take their gray page blazer off. And so they're not representing the page program, they're representing themselves and how they view on an issue, and that's totally fine.
Amid the marbled halls and grandeur of Maryland's state capitol, the pages get to watch legislation in the making while staying ever vigilant for the beckoning finger of a senator or the lighted button call of a delegate to spring into action. For the elected officials themselves, the pages are both indispensable aids and perhaps future replacements.
I've asked them to certainly make copies of legislation, amendments, and testimony. I've actually had them bring me water when, the sessions get long and I don't want to miss out on a part of the debate. I've also asked them to make sure they follow up with their legislators and apply for a scholarship when they're ready to graduate. The pages in the Maryland General Assembly are some of the best and brightest students, I believe, in the United States. And I've had the opportunity to work with a few of them from Prince George's County over the years and found them to be very talented and engaged and inquisitive, and some of them have even gone on to show an interest in political science and government.
Because they get to see sort of really how it works, and we hope that they stick around and come back and be a part of it. We need a whole new group of leaders to come behind us in Prince George's County. We need to be reaching back and grabbing the next young man or young woman to lead our county.
Although not lawmakers yet, the Prince George's pages have already learned a politician's strategy of never closing the door on a possible run.
I asked you on the phone what your career goals are, and you said that you're not necessarily aiming toward being a politician yourself, or have you changed your mind?
Well, being here definitely has changed my mind. I would like to take up some type of public policy And I'm still interested in other fields too, so I'll get to college and really determine what I like, I guess.
I like politics. I love what politics do. I would love the opportunity one day to become a senator or a delegate, but I'm not going to say concrete for sure that that's what I'm going to do right now. I just turned 18, so I have at least another good 10 or 12 years before I even remotely consider running for office.
The House may have postponed the same-sex marriage vote that day, and the number of summons to help might have been few. But the electricity of the electoral environment has sold the Page experience for those who need none of Annapolis's favorite stimulant to stay alert.
It is really worth it. You get to see the legislative process in action. Actually, yesterday I got to sit in on a historic committee hearing for the same-sex marriage bill that's going through the House. And I got to sit through 2 hours of constant debating back and forth and actually seeing the stuff I learned in school in my civics classes. So
this is real life. This is your lesson come to life.
it really is like, even if you're missing school, this is school enrichment, so you're going to learn something regardless, even if it's just how to make a good pot of coffee.
For more information on the Student Page program and to learn how to apply, go to the Maryland General Assembly website at dls.state.md.us. For Channels 96 and 38, this is Dave Zarin reporting.